So shout out to my dog Rodzilla. He sent me something that I want to talk about, and I think it's a pretty big deal, bro. Eddie Hearn don't even own his own company no more, man. Eddie Hearn sold 40% of his company to Dazn. So he took the company that his daddy built. He took the company that his daddy built, and it now 40% of it belongs to Dazn. And he's also allowing Turki Al-Sheikh to basically run his company because he's doing whatever the hell Turki Al-Sheikh tells him to do. Somebody tell me again how Eddie Hearn is the best promoter in boxing. Teach. Smash a like, sub to the channel, share the video, turn on your notification. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Let's get it cracking. So, here's the problem that I have, bro, with this shit. Now, fight fans, do you understand why it's so important? American fight fans I'm talking to, because I am an American, bro. I am a black American, fam. Do y'all now not understand why it's so important that PBC and Top Rank come together? That Golden Boy gets on board and comes together? That these American big promotional companies come together because Turki is trying to swoop in and get control of everybody. And I wouldn't be shocked if that TKO roster that he talking about, if Matchroom fighters ain't under some of them TKO banners and they don't even fucking know it yet. It wouldn't shock me if Eddie Hearn don't loan out his fighters to get easy pay and easy money in order to just sit back. He's taking his daddy company, he's selling it out, and he's selling it off and just allowing people to run his company where he can get money as easy as possible. That's why DAZN has saying like, nah, we ain't trying to give you no money to pay for Shakur and Zapata. You better see if you can get it from Turki. That's why DAZN had power to say, we ain't giving you no money to bid on Devin Haney fight with Sandor Martin. You ain't bidding on that shit. You ain't bidding on that because they own 40% of his company. They give him a budget to broadcast his shit on DAZN. And now on top of giving them 40% control, he's also doing what Turki tell him to do. He's on camera saying, with Turki Al-Sheikh, you just got to shut up. You can have an idea. You can have what you want to do, but you just got to shut up because he going to do his thing. I'm okay with that. Will Dana White be okay with it? With his whole tail tucked between his legs, bro. His whole tail tucked between his legs. I immediately, when I heard this shit, thought about Jaron Boots Ennis. I immediately thought about Jaron Boots Ennis. Boots, run for the hills, homie. Run for the hills, because when it comes down to you being put in a position where Eddie is going to look out for you or look out for DAZN, if he is going to look out for you or look out for Turki, he's going to look out for you. Look at how many times he's already tried to sell your services to Turki Al-Sheikh. How many times did he try to get you to go to the direction of Virgil Ortiz in February through Turki Al-Sheikh? Virgil Ortiz in November through Turki Al-Sheikh. Timalifu Tilafimu in the summer of this year through Turki Al-Sheikh. Wake up, bro. Wake up. You might think he for you. You might think he rocking with you. How come every time he makes an offer for you to fight somebody, they always end up falling up short? He just couldn't quite get the Brian Norman Jr. deal over the hump. He just couldn't quite get the Rashidi Ellis deal over the hump. He just couldn't quite get the Josh Kelly deal over the hump. He just couldn't send Charles Conwell enough money when you was looking for an opponent. He just couldn't get the Mario Barrios deal over the hump. He got you sending offers to Abel Ramos. He lost your purse bid to Karen for the second fight. People forget that. He lost your purse bid. Because Turkey ain't want that shit. Because Dazn didn't want to put money up for that shit. Run away, Boots. Like Scar told Simba after he fucking killed his daddy Mufasa. Run, Simba. Run away and never return. Run away, Boots. Run, Boots. Run away and never return, bro. He is going to Demetrius Andrade you. He is going to Devin Haney you. You look throughout the history of those two fighters' careers, they never, what do they have in common with Jaron Boots Ennis? They are two black American fighters like Jaron Boots Ennis. They never got the big fights until they left Eddie Hearn. Andrade never got the fight, Triple G. He never got the fight with Canelo, and they were in the same network as him for years. He never got the fight with Benavidez until he left Eddie Hearn. Devin the Dream Haney under Eddie Hearn. He never got the Ryan Garcia fight. He never got the Lomachenko fight. He never got any fight until he left Eddie Hearn. The biggest fights of his career thus far, Lomachenko and Ryan Garcia, had to happen on Top Rank and Golden Boy cards. And these were two fighters that were signed to Eddie Hearn when he had more control of his company, Boots Ennis. These were two fighters that were signed to Eddie Hearn when he had a bigger budget from Dazn that Dazn let him play with. But now that Dazn owns 40% of his company, now that Turki Al-Sheikh is involved and Eddie is just trying to get that turkey bag and sit back and do nothing, he is not going to burn his bridges to give you the type of shit you want in your career. So you got a decision to make, Jaron Boots Ennis. You can be willing to take chances on yourself. Oh, the only way I get this fight is if I do it in Saudi Arabia? Fuck it then, I do it in Saudi Arabia. Oh, the only way I get to get this fight is if I fight on the undercard? Fuck it then, I'm fighting on the undercard. Or you can get down with somebody that's actually going to invest in you, that's actually going to compete and try to get you fights and not be told what to do because somebody else is running their company. If Dazn is 40% owning Eddie anyway, if Eddie is doing Turkey's bidding anyway, Boots, just sign to one of them then. Just sign to Dazn directly like you directly signed to Showtime. Just sign it in Turkey directly like Shakur is trying to do, like Bud Crawford did, like Canelo did, and just work with him directly then, bro. Eddie Hearn is doing nothing but taking money out your pocket and milking that shit and not getting you nothing that you want. That's my message this morning. I'm back home and I got to get to working out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Smash that like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all all very soon. Peace.